Well, I got a very special guest who's coming out here. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He is a comedian by trade. And we had this thing, this Viewfinders competition, where a bunch of kids would come out and try some comedy. This man has won it 2 years in a row. All right, would you like to meet him? All right, well, folks, put your hands together for my very good friend, Lucas Mancini. Lucas! Sweet, and like somebody washed Stephen Colbert. It's nice. So, Lucas, what got you into the comedy, buddy?
I'm funny.
Nice. It's like a Freedom 55 commercial. Don't go down this road. Run away, Lucas. And 2 years in a row, huh?
Yep.
And you wrote all new material?
Correct.
Both times?
Yes.
Nice. And Lucas, what other activities are you into?
I run.
Uh-huh.
And I read.
Yes, and you point. You're a pointer.
Yes, I do. I like to point.
It's a pointed. Some pointed comedy. When you're writing your comedy, Lucas, where do you get your ideas from?
Mainly funny things people have said.
Nice! So you're a listener as well.
Yes.
I'm learning a lot about the craft. Folks, would you like to see Lucas Mancini do some stand-up comedy for you? I thought you would. All right, you know what, Lucas? We should do this right. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to give you a proper introduction. You go back through the door,
okay.
And we'll do it just like everybody else has done, okay? Because that's what you deserve. You don't have to back up. You can walk right up to that puppy. You go right through there, in through the door.
This handle does work.
It does. It's not just a prop.
All right, now everybody run out the back just for a joke.
No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to introduce my buddy Lucas, all right?
And when he comes...
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is just 12 years old. He likes to play video games, read, and enjoys running. He won the Viewfinders Just Kidding open mic competition. Please welcome to the stage the very funny Lucas Mancini!
Deja vu. So, instead of telling you guys jokes tonight, I'm gonna just talk about the weather, make small talk. So, up until last weekend, the weather it's been all over the place. Raining, snowing, hailing, whatever Mother Nature can throw at us. And it made me think, when our ancestors, the pioneers, were first choosing which country they were going to move into, what kind of discussion, what kind of conversation went on to choose this country? And it made me think, and I did some research. I thought it went something like this. Kate, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take the really big cold country that's covered with snow that has the lobsters in it. You can have the country with the palm trees, sandy beaches, and Disney World. What do you say? What were they thinking? So, after I thought of that, I thought of bird migration, because that's how my mind works. I'm crazy. So it made me think about bird migration and how, you know, the birds fly south when it gets cold in their homes. They fly for miles and miles, days and days, just to get to south, because in south it's always warm. So they fly south, but then when it gets warm back at their home, they fly back. And it made me, do they not know it's going to get cold again? Are they stupid? They may be. What are they thinking? So, after I thought about birds, it made me think about this great documentary I just saw. I just rented this movie. It's called March the Penguins. Who's here seen this movie? Raise your hand. It's a great family movie. Anybody who hasn't seen it here should see it. But there's this one thing. In the movie, the adult emperor penguin, it takes care, it does so much for these baby penguins while they're in their eggs. It stands in blizzards for just to keep it warm, and it walks miles and miles just to get it food. And it made me really think about, why isn't there this one penguin who's smart enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to have kids this year. What were they thinking? So, after I thought about the penguins, it made me think about animals. And there's this new type of animal, this new exotic animal that I've been studying, and this animal is called the teenager. And, yes, you. I've been studying them because I live right next to the bus stop, okay? I live basically on top of the bus stop. They have to come into my house to get to the bus. So when the junior high bus comes before mine, so I can look out my window and I can see them standing there with their hands in their pockets, their iPods turned up as loud as they can be because they have to be in social. It's all about the insociality. That makes you cool. It's all about being cool. And they got their hoodies up even if it's the hottest day of the year. Of course, it's the coldest day of the year. They have their hoodies down. Their pants down to here, underwear up to here. It's madness. So, and there's this attitude thing where if you live with a teenager, even if you are one, there's this attitude thing where they be sitting on the couch, watching TV, listening to their iPod, talking on the phone, all at the same time, when the mom comes in, not trying to hurt anybody, trying to give some wholesome advice. She says, you know what, Timmy? Why don't you go outside and get some fresh air? There's air in here. If you want fresh air, open a window. God, you're ruining my life. So, I started with Canada. I'm going to end with Canada. That's democracy. So, Canada is such a great country, and it's so great because Vancouver. Think of Vancouver. It's got the opportunity to entertain the world, the entire world, with the Winter Olympics. The entire world. And Halifax almost gets the opportunity to entertain the Commonwealth countries. Woo! That's democracy. What were they thinking? So, they're noisy. And another thing about Canada, there's some things that just make us Canadian. Like, there's some things Canadians would never say. Like, these gas prices are the most affordable thing I've ever seen. Or President Bush, he's a genius. Best ideas I've ever heard. And finally, a great way to invest our money, Stephen Harper's Stylist. But Canada's a really great country. It's great we all recognize that. So give it a hand. Thank you. You guys have been great.
What were they thinking? Oh, now he's got a wingman. Now you're hogging it. Our next performer has done 3